So, I got some cool updates in my life. I'll divide this video into 3 sections. First, I'll be talking about my job as a full-time nurse, my upcoming pay raise, and new updates. Then I'll be talking about my job as a part-time trader and talk about various things related to trading, finance, etc. And I have some really exciting news regarding my new per-diem job that I just got, so I'll be talking about that as well. I was honestly so shocked that I even got the job as a per-diem nurse, given that I'm still relatively new as a nurse. I'll be talking about what it's like, my pay, and other things related to the job, so make sure to keep watching. So currently I'm in my 11th month as a nurse, and I have a few updates in my life. I've gotten a pay raise in my full-time job around May, so I went from a base rate around $45 an hour to about $47.30 an hour. So give or take about a $2 pay raise. I am a night shift nurse, so I do get a $7 night shift differential per hour. The really big pay jump is actually happening in August at my 1-year mark. I'll be getting around $56 an hour without the night shift differential. So I'll be averaging around $60-62 an hour. We have about 3 weeks till August, so I'm looking forward to that. So for my full-time job, I've been a float nurse for about 11 months now, and what I do is basically just hop around different units wherever they're short, and doing that for, almost a year now. I think it's time to find a home unit sometime soon. My main goal for this year is to join an ICU program, and a critical care program is starting in September at my hospital, so I'll plan on joining that. Change is good. As a part-time trader, I'm getting ready around 5:30 or 6 a.m., getting ready for the market open, which is at 6:30 a.m. And then I'll either stop when I exit my day trade or until the market closes at 1 p.m. if I'm still in a swing trade. I'll be monitoring the swing position every 30 minutes or an hour. So no, I'm not just looking at the 1 minute or the 5-minute chart all the way from 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. I'd be burnt out if I was doing that 5 days a week. Ideally, I like to take a day trade, get my money, and do whatever I want for the rest of the day. If I'm working a night shift, I usually end around 7:30 a.m. and then I go on my charts and see if there's any opportunity for me to take a trade. If there isn't, I close my charts and go to sleep. I try not to force anything, especially after a night shift, because my brain is tired, my body's tired, and usually I don't have good risk management skills when I'm tired. Not only is it hard to think clearly, but it's also hard to manage the day trade, knowing that I'm going to go to sleep anywhere from 10 or 11 a.m. If it's a swing trade, which I have a lot of conviction in, then I'll probably take it and just go to sleep with it. My basic risk principle is for every $1,000 I'm risking, I expect a $3,000 reward. In other words, it's a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. This approach sounds easy, but what it really requires is a contrarian approach where I'm getting in when everyone is getting out and getting out when everyone is getting in. It's a strategy that requires a lot of focus and discipline. With 21 trading days in a month and 252 trading days in a year, my goal is to just hyper-focus on the process and maintain my work ethic. Mark my words right here, I will be eventually making $100,000 a month. During my free time, I like to do a variety of things. I like to play basketball, go to different cafes, read, hang out with people I love, etc. I have a huge list of books that I want to read, so I'm pretty much in a never-ending process of reading. If I'm not reading a book, I'll probably be reading a 10K or a 10Q or listening to a podcast. My favorite podcast is the Founders Podcast and the All-in-One Podcast. As for the most exciting updates so far in recent times, I got a new per diem job at Kaiser. So what is a per diem job? It's basically an as-needed position in the hospital where I'm working 8 shifts a quarter, or in other words, 8 shifts every 3 months. You don't get the regular benefits the staff nurses get, but your pay is way higher. So as of now, I'm working 3 days a week in my full-time position and about once a week at my per diem position. So with my full-time base rate at around $47 an hour, plus a $7 differential, if it's anywhere from a $51 average, I'm basically getting a 37% increase from that in my new Kaiser per diem job. Now what's a 37% increase from my full-time pay rate? It's $70 an hour. And honestly, it was just a spur of the moment thing. I was on FaceTime with my girlfriend and she just told me to apply, so at 11 or 12 a.m. at night, I just applied to a bunch of Kaisers and got it. I'd encourage any of you guys watching to always try to level up. Go where you get the most bang for your buck. In other words, find a place that you get the most for your time. My biggest goal as of now is honestly to just maximize and fulfill my potential. Not only in finance related matters, but also in nursing. I do plan on getting a doctorate in anesthesia, so that's the reason why I want to join an ICU program. It's a requirement to have at least 2 years of ICU experience before joining a CRNA program. Honestly, as I'm working to increase my nursing income and focusing on trading and investing, career-wise, I'd say I'm pretty fulfilled. I have enough challenges to take on and I'm doing what I love. So I want you guys to comment down below, what are you guys doing to fulfill and maximize your potential? And always remember, in compounding we trust.